One of the ways that we would like to be able to use the equation of a circle is, given the equation of a circle, we'd like to be able to draw that circle. So here's how we do this. This equation is written in the form x minus something squared, y, well in this case plus something squared, equals 9. So we have one term with an x in and one term with a y in, and they're both in the form something linear squared. That clues us in that we're in the center radius form. So we're going to match up to the form. Our x term, we have x minus 2 squared matching the x minus h squared. Well, that's easy then. H is just 2, right? If I plug in 2 for h, I get what I see in my equation. My y term, I have y plus 1 squared to match up to my y minus k squared. But y plus 1 is the same as y minus the opposite of 1. Y plus 1 is the same as y minus negative 1. So that means my k is negative 1. So my center is at 2, negative 1. 2, negative 1. There's my center. My radius, to find my radius, I want to look at just the number. Matching up to the form, r squared is 9. Well, the radius is a distance. It has to be a positive number. It must be that r is the square root of 9. That is, r is 3. So my radius is 3. I'm going to find points that are 1, 2, 3 units away from my center. 1, 2, 3 units away. 1, 2, 3 units away. 1, 2, 3 units away. So we just count out that distance. And then we're just going to kind of eyeball in a circle that goes through those 4 points. We do know how to draw a circle. If we are very enthusiastic, we might find the geometry tool called a compass and use a compass to draw the circle with this radius. But that isn't necessary. We can just draw. If it ends up looking really heavily feathered, that's okay. And there we go. That's our circle. This is the graph of this equation. Notice, by the way, this is not a function, right? It fails the vertical line test. 2 different y's give us the same x in many places. And that's to be expected because we have a y squared. If we were to try to solve this for y, we would end up with a plus or minus in our solution, which we can't have within a function. 2 different y's going with the same x. Okay, so given an equation, we can graph a circle. Given a circle, we can write an equation. This way is actually easier. Have a look at this circle. We see that its center is at -3, 1. So our HK is -3, 1. Its radius, well, to find that, we just pick any old point on the circle. I'm going to pick this one because then I can count out the distance along a horizontal line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Its radius is 5. Once we have the center and the radius, we can just write down the equation. So we have x minus h, that'll be x minus -3, that'll be x plus 3 squared. Y minus k, well, That'll be y minus, our k is 1, squared. And then that'll equal r squared. So that equals 5 squared is 25. Our equation is x plus 3 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 25. And that's all we have to do.